gives me immense pleasure to introduce to all of you our very prominent speaker. We have amidst us Mr. Anilkumar SG, the founder and CEO of Samunnati. Anilkumar's company Samunnati deals in the financial services in private sector. It was established in 2014. Samunnati offers financial, co-financial and non-financial solution to marginal, small and medium holders including farmers, agri enterprises and wholesalers and retailers. Samunnati stands for collective growth, collective prosperity and collective elevation, and its journey of 5 years it was exclusively focusing on the field of agriculture and allied activities. It has its presence in more than 54 value chains spread over 19 states. Samunnati works with over 500 farmers, producer organizations that are collectively serving about 4 million predominantly smallholder farmers across India. Anilji's career started way back 28 years ago when he started his career in the field of rural development, retail and agri-banking. He started his career with Canara Bank and then joined ICICI Bank. Over the last decade, Anil's work was focused on creating newer institutions across the country and operating in the financially excluded markets with corresponding support structure for their capacity building. Prior to Samunnati, Anil was the co-founder and trustee of IFMR Trust and the CEO of IFMR Trust Rural Channels. Anil holds Masters in Management from Asia Institute of Management, Manila. He also holds Masters in Business Administration from Symbiosis Institute of Management, Pune. The good news is, recently Anil was awarded by Economic Times for the Excellent Startup Initiative, which he was awarded for his contribution in the field of agriculture and rural development. We are very happy that Mr. Anilkumar from Samunnati has joined us for National Education Conclave 2021. Over to you, Anilji. We all are waiting to listening to your talk related to the agri field.
Namaste, greetings to everyone. It's wonderful to be part of this event, which in my view is the need of the time. Reimagining university education with a heart-centered approach. And the outcome of it is creating a large set of purposeful youth. The topic resonates a great deal with my own experience. I'm sure there are very many eminent speakers, erudite speakers who would be elaborating many aspects of this topic. But I'm a banker, I'm a debit credit man, have been working in the rural and agri space almost my entire career. So I thought I will bring in a perspective from a person who has seen the professional life in the trenches, as they say, the rural hinterlands of this wonderful country. And I have also been a beneficiary of this wonderful heartfulness practice. I stumbled into this system accidentally in 1993, and the last 27 years have been a phenomenal investment into who I am as a person. So I'll be sharing my views with this wonderful set of people who are listening to this from the dimension of a banker who has spent a lot of time in the rural and agri space, and a person who also has had the benefit of the heartfulness practice. So when I looked at the entire space of rural and agri, 3-4 things came in as a striking reality. First and foremost, it's the place where we see the culmination of the real life with the day-to-day challenges, as they say, where the rubber meets the road. And I have been fortunate to come across a large number of people who are silently and anonymously working to make the lives of these markets, these rural households, a little better. And quite often, these are the people who have had the best of the education. These are the people who have gone to premier educational institutions and could have done very many things in their life with the pedigree that large names in terms of the academic world bring in with it. But I often used to wonder what triggers these people to make this switch from pursuing a career to make more wealth to chase the claim and fame that often is an aspiration to get into these premier academic institutions. And one thing that was a striking semblance, striking reality in all of this is these are the people who have a well-integrated mind and heart. Often, right? So I was wondering, how do we create more people who have this alignment, this integration of the mind and heart? Take, for example, the UN SDGs, the United Nations Social Development Goals. They are, for many people, a statistic, a number, right? And these 17 goals, each of them represent a segment of this mankind, a segment of this wonderful planet, which needs to be nurtured, which needs to be taken care of. For very many people, it is also another initiative of a world body. They are indifferent. But for a limited set of people, this is not a static. This is not a data point. It is a mirror that is being held in front of us as humans. How can we respond to this situation as people who have inherited these natural resources, who have inherited this planet, in trust for the future generations, and hence compels them to act, is one dimension. Second dimension is this data point or this static, whether you take zero hunger or whether you take poverty as a number. For these set of inspired souls, this is not another data point. It is not acceptable that a large majority of our people go hungry every night. It is not acceptable that we are depleting the natural resources at the cost of our future generations. These are the people, these inspired souls are the ones who have brought in their academic prowess with an intention to become more human, more humane beings, and that integration of the mind and heart is what was the common trait in many of these inspired souls that I have come across in my life in these markets that I have been exposed to for the last 20 years, silently, anonymously, tirelessly working towards making the mankind and planet a better place to live. Can we make this number, which is insignificant small number, a lot, much more than what we have now? And how do we go about doing it? And in my view, the Heartful Campus is a wonderful opportunity to make this happen. Because it is in these universities where we can mold future generations. It is in these academic institutions where the future of this planet is being nurtured. And as the Vedic saying goes, Vidya Dadati Vinayam. Knowledge, education leads to humility. Humility for what? Humility to understand that we are humans, to understand that we need to be humane in our qualities. And what are the other human qualities? Compassion, love. How can we respond to our external environment in a way where it is aligned to our inner environment of being human beings? That is what humility, in my view, in my understanding. And how do we culminate the the prowess of intellect that gets triggered, that gets lighted by the wonderful academic institutions who are part of this initiative, to each one of us connecting to our inner light, the source of our light that makes us take care of our inner environment. That's the culmination of what a Heartful Campus is all about. And what have we at Samunnati got to do with this? You might be wondering. We at Samunnati are working with an intention to make market for smallholder farmers. And who are these smallholder farmers? The ones who own less than 2 acres of land. And from numbers perspective, they represent more than 50% of the farmers in this country. On the other dimension, this country also has the demographic dividend. A large number of young people going through the academic institutions. And how do we make sure that this large set of young people who are going through the academic institutions resonate with the plight of the smallholder farmers? How can we make it happen? And it is in this context that we at Samunnati see an important role that we can play in this initiative of Heartfulness Institute's Heartful Campus. Can we bring in agriculture as a portion of curriculum, as an option, as an elective, so that people understand what agriculture is all about? People understand what does it take for a farmer to go through what he goes through to produce what he produces or what she produces. And having a good understanding of what agriculture is would be a wonderful foundation as they get into their mainstream activities as bankers or as investment bankers or as entrepreneurs. So can Samunnati play a role with many of you, the academic institutions, in making sure that there is a good understanding or a accurate understanding of what agriculture is all about and what a smallholder farmer is all about? The other way that we can look at collaborating with you is in creating agri entrepreneurship as a cell, because these are the young minds, when kindled with an inspiration from the heart, can take up entrepreneurship as a way to change the world. And we at Samunnati have already launched an online platform for agri entrepreneurship called Samaram, in which we provide all support structures that are required for entrepreneurs to get going with their vision of whatever chosen field that they have looked at working. In addition, we can also look at launching total immersion programs for your students, total immersion program for your faculty and your interns in the field of agriculture. And last but not the least, we can also come out with specific programs to create awareness about the technologies in agriculture. So we at Samunnati see this culmination of academic institutions with Heartfulness Institute giving the base, the fulcrum of engaging with the future generation of this country, and Samunnati focused entirely on agriculture, being able to work with a large number of smallholder farmers, the potential that we have, as a wonderful opportunity for the academia, the Heartfulness Institute, and a private sector player coming together to do something meaningful in life. And offering this future generation, the youth of this country, an opportunity to do something meaningful in life, making them purposeful youth as a generation, is not only inspiring, but if you see, it is also a responsibility that we have for the future generations. And increasing the crop of the inspired souls coming with the academic expertise, and in addition being inspired by the heart, is something that we can leave as our legacy for the future generations to come in. We at Samunnati are proud to be associated with Heartfulness Institute. We are thankful for the opportunity that we have been given to be part of the Heartful Campus. And we assure you that we will be able to do everything that is possible to make the Heartful Campus a meaningful initiative, and we will play our role. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and may all be blessed by our Creator. Thank you.